Sweet friends, before we begin, take a breath and a moment to ask yourself, how do you do today? How might you woo today? And how will you woo you today? Welcome to How to Woo, a podcast on love and making love so we can make sure we're making lives we love. I'm Luna Robbie, a photographer, writer, and creative guide. I love creating spaces where people feel free to express the fullness of their original creativity because we all have our own unique perspective and personal wisdom. And listening to learn from others is a skill I hope each of us humans may hone in our lifetimes on this planet. I would like to emphasize that this podcast is separate from my role as legal courtesan at Sherry's Ranch. It is a part of my desire and effort to bring zero-cost information about connection, communication, and intimacy to the general public, so we may co-create a world where taking care of each other is the norm. In keeping with that theme, I invite you to support this work at patreon.com/howtowoo. Now, without further ado, enjoy this episode and let me know if you learned something. Happy July, lovers. This is a reminder that my latest new episode is out now on our new mothership podcast, How to Woo. So it has all the sex stories we've ever recorded, plus different new mini-series that encourage different forms of self-woo, beginning with How to Brothel. So make the switch and go subscribe to How to Woo wherever you get your podcasts, and you will get access to everything I create at no cost. Out this week is How to Prepare for Your Trip to a Legal Brothel in Nevada, which gives a fairly complete overview to answer the question both friends and clients usually ask first: how does it work? And that is usually how people ask it. How does it work? So, in this episode, I outline factors when it comes to deciding to go and deciding what you want when you get there, how to budget and plan, preparing mind, body, and bank accounts, carrying out your plan and how it works once you get to Sherry's Ranch, reintegration and future plans if that's your vibe, and I have a list of things favorite clients do to prepare. And if you haven't checked them out yet, Legal Brothel 101 and Why I Love Being a Legal Courtesan are also episodes that are out already. I was revisiting the written form of Why I Love Being a Legal Courtesan, which you can find on lunarobbie.com/FAQ, and I don't think I emphasized enough how much I love the pool and the hot tub there. It really is a very magical oasis, especially when the cold pool feels so good in the hot summer. I am speaking from recent experience. And the next Lunar Oasis Grown Up Summer Camp Tour will be taking place July 30th to August 12th. So you can stop by to say hi or get a tour or have a photo shoot and or a pool party and or whatever else you dream up. I also did receive questions from some of you this week that revolved around two main themes. First, being an adult virgin. Second, how to threesome, especially from couples looking to add a play friend. So I will be focusing on writing and recording those two topics next. If any of you want to add your questions or have stories or insights in any context in or outside of legal brothels, you can write to me or do a 5-minute voice recording mini share via howtowoo.fyi. My next solo mini-series after How to Brothel is the Sex Ed for All series, which draws from my personal learnings, tons of books, on and off pod interviews, plus a lot of hands-on data collection. It's sort of the result of my hyper focus of communication and emotions and sex over the past 7 years. So if there's anything in particular you are curious to learn more about when it comes to human connection, emotions, sex, and relationships, do be sure to let me know. I do think I have a pretty comprehensive list that I've spent so many years building, and I am still in the process of organizing. However, each time I speak with one of you, I find myself understanding the world all over again in brand new different ways, and I am eager to gain as many viewpoints as possible when it comes to connection, because while we all have such different specific experiences, so many of us are also sharing common, broader themes, and I hear from a lot of people who are struggling to connect in meaningful ways, and if you have no or even very few human connection struggles, then please definitely let me know, because you might have a lot to teach us. But if you have a struggle, let me know and we'll answer the question. And if you want to know more about one-on-ones with me, please email. If you want to keep it virtual and playful, join me on OnlyFans. Please do remember to keep those separate. So OnlyFans is for all virtual things, and that can be as naughty as you wish as long as you include appropriate tip to show appropriate appreciation for the energy exchange. So OnlyFans, all virtual. Email or contact through the website is best for anything related to any kind of in-person session, even if it is just photography or writing or a dating profile revamp, which includes both photography and writing, or a coaching session. That Email is typically reserved for introductions and logistics, not exchanging erotica. So keep those separate, have lots of fun, and subscribe to How to Woo wherever you get your podcast. And if you want to put me into super duper woo mode, email a screenshot of your rating and or review, especially on Apple and Spotify, to howtowoopod@gmail.com, and I will send you a personalized thank you selfie. And if you do it both on Apple and Spotify, then you become eligible to request a naughty personalized thank you selfie if you wish. I am so excited for you to join me in this new chapter. I am so excited to hear what you think of all the things that we are creating under the How to Woo umbrella. Do remember to apply to be a guest if you want to share your stories during our next recording block, and I hope that you do. Always, 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 please remember to be nice to yourself. Please remember to reach out with thoughts and questions and learnings and stories. And please remember to spread ripples of love. Lovely humans, that is our show. Remember to follow your hearts and follow your parts and follow a family-friendly version of me at Lunar Woohoo, or follow a naughtier version of me at Lunar Woohoo-ha. To wander deeper down my internet rabbit hole, visit lunarrobbie.com. Ask a question, share a story, submit your guest info, find links to Patreon and OnlyFans, or hire me as a photographer, connection coach, or creative consultant at howtowoo.fyi. For ad-free episodes or simply to support the show, join us at patreon.com/howtowoo. To get a morning and evening share of my most personal self-portraits, to join me in masturbation meditations, to receive special offers on photo sets, and or to chat with me in naughty ways, subscribe to onlyfans.com/lunarwoohooha. Or subscribe free and unlock photo sets and videos one by one at onlyfans.com/lunarwoohoo. Tell a friend to help us grow. You know, I love watching things grow. And rate, review, heart, and or thumbs up us wherever you interact with this podcast. Please, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Let me know how you're spreading ripples of love today, and remember to share sex stories.